All right. So today we've got a little bit of a different uh, system going on because we had a untracked what is it, sandwich. There was steak in it, there was bread, there was what else? There was some seasoning in there, but I don't know what all it had. I'm taking a wild guess. It was about a 400 to 500 calorie sandwich because I'm pretty sure I had like butter on it. Um, and the steak was really, really tasty, so I'm sure that was also cooked with butter. And I had, it came with a salad, which was nice. I put a little bit of dressing on that, and there were some fries. So I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say that that was a total of about 400 to 450 max, 450 calories, just because I had some fries. I know my macros were supposed to be for today 131 protein, 112 carbs, and about 58 of fats. But based off of what I ate and kind of what I can gauge it at, I'm assuming I had about 50 to 45 to 50 grams of carbs, about 15 grams of protein, and probably about 10 grams of fat. Because it wasn't a big sandwich, it was like this. So, based off of that, that's how I'm gonna base my lunch and my dinner for that. So here we've got some leftover steak that I had. It's not much, but let's see. Let's see how much this is. I just cooked some. I just air fried some more steak, but right there, that's about 1.5 ounces. And I'm gonna shoot for 9 ounces because today was low on protein, I feel, so far, which would be my breakfast, right? I had breakfast at about 1, which is when work lunch came in. So that's about 1.5. The air fried steak, I was letting it cool down. Over here, it's quite a bit. So I didn't want it to be super hot because I am hungry, so I was letting it cool down. So I'm just gonna throw some of it. I know I said measure or weigh when it's cold, but I'm hungry. This is fresh, so I'm just gonna measure based off of this. It's been sitting out for a few minutes, so it's not steaming anymore. So I think we'll be okay. So my goal for not tonight, but for this meal is 9 ounces. So we're at 2.5. Okay. 4, 5. Come on. Not 6. Okay. About 7.7. And let's see what we got here. Is that 9? 8.5. Okay, 8.7. So 9.1, which is not terrible. Assuming it's still pretty warm. I think it will cool down, but it's not, you know, snowballing down the way it usually does. Like if you microwave it and then you put it on here immediately, you'll see the weight, it'll go down pretty fast. So it's not happening now. This should have already gone down at least 0.5 or 0.05, 0.1, and it's staying at 9.10. So we'll keep it there. That's a good 9 ounces. Got my rice ready this time. So we've got 75 grams of rice, and this will be all of the carbs that I eat for the night because I had all that bread and I did have those fries. So this will be it in terms of carbs. Later tonight, I'll just be having some cheese with some steak. But this, for now, will be 75 grams of jasmine rice, uncooked. So let's throw that on there. Don't really need to weigh that. I'll let that one cool down a little bit. Let's weigh in the cheese, which is another 75 grams because I don't think that sandwich had that much fat. I don't even think it had cheese in it. So let's see. We're gonna tear the see, so it barely went to 9.04, so it went down 0.06, which is not terribly bad. So we want 75, so this will put us at 14. Let's see, I'm usually pretty good at this, but I don't know, these last few times on cam have been pretty bad because I've been pretty off. Let's see. That's 57. So we've got a little bit more. What does that put me at? That puts me at 78. Let's just cut a little bit off. That puts me at 73. Yeah, and it just gets tedious when you start 75.8. We'll just leave it there. 75.2 actually, so not bad. And then finally, the rice. I got this little handy dandy tool, which is pretty sweet. I didn't even know these things existed. So that's the cheese, steak, and the last ingredients, the carbs. So I do want to hit the gym today, so I want to carb up before I go. So let me just scoot this over. So this bad boy is still hot, but I measured it before I cooked it, so nothing is really changing from the macros. But other than that, that is my lunch for tonight, or for today. I'm gonna hit the gym, maybe eat this, let it digest for about 30 minutes, and then head out, come back, and have my dinner, my 70 grams of cheese and 7 ounces of steak, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Made it to the last meal of the day. It was a long day, but regardless, we've got to eat, gotta have these meals. Let's start with what we've got left over from what I remember. We've got no more carbs left. We've got some fats and we've got some protein left over. So just as I suspected, 7 ounces of steak and 70 grams of fats. So let's do this. Change that bad boy. 7 ounces here. These are big pieces, but I like the bigger pieces just because they cook. I don't want to say less, but they cook less than when I dice it up into like the tiny little pieces. And like this, they're still like super juicy on the inside, which is really nice. So a little bit more. Damn, a little bit more. 6.7. See, so now this time 7.2. Yeah, this time we are going to have to heat it up. So I'm throw it in here for about a minute, I think. And I do hate that when you put this steak meat in the microwave, it like just flies everywhere. Like it cooks and then it like blows up. Sounds like World War II or something in there with all these bombs. But let's throw it in there for about a minute. Let's get the cheese out. Let's start weighing that out. So, I don't know, this is just the cheese that they've got at this Mexican store near my house. So, I like it. I like the queso fresco. And it agrees with my stomach, which is nice. So, let's get these 70 grams, tear that. Let's just cut this guy. Let's see. You guys think I'm gonna get the right amount this time? I've been kind of off. 60, right on the money. Let's stop this before those beeps go off. 60, so I need another 10. Maybe this can help me out with those extra 10. Nope. I'll do, fine, I'll do an extra 5. $69.9. I don't think you guys can see that, but 69.9. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So we got our 70 grams of cheese. We've got our 7 grams or 7 ounces of steak, coming out to a total for these 2 meals of 1,193 calories, 123 grams of protein, 65 grams of carbs, and 49 grams of fat. So that's just based off of what I'm thinking that the sandwich that I had earlier was, in terms of the macros that it had. Even though it wasn't super big, I know that there was like butter on it and like other things that made it taste really, really yummy, along with those French fries and that salad dressing that I used. So that is my last meal. Those are my macros for the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.